Hey guys, good morning. I hope all is well. All right, so I'm just gonna give you a quick message that came through this morning for me, and I just want to share it with you guys. As you know, on this platform, I've been super raw. I've been like the raw version of myself. And so I just found like a really or I received a very interesting download about it. Whether you are going through an ego death or not, I feel like this can be helpful for you guys to understand, and it's the power of being multidimensional. So I'll just hop right into it. So the mini mask card came out, your authentic self. So what I've learned here, what's coming through is this idea of in the beginning, when we come onto this earth and we're not completely aware of how the things work, the spiritual world works and all that, we just have our ego. We just have our human self. And that's all we have. And we hold on to that little precious little human ego, our likes, our dislikes, our personalities, our upbringing that shapes us to be who we are, our favorite colors, our favorite foods, favorite people, all of that, it creates our little world. For us, it feels like a huge thing, right? It's our huge world. It's our identity. Once we step into a level of spiritual awareness, we tap into this more expanded version of ourselves, our higher self, our higher being. And in that, we realize that our little safe little ego that we had, that was our big world, is dwarfed. And we realize that it's just a slither of this multi-dimensional expanded being that we are. That expanded being that we are, it includes the good, bad, and ugly. It includes the black, white, and the gray, right? All that good stuff. It also includes our potential to create and manifest in this world. When it comes to that level of awareness of that expanded being, then you realize like, oh, that's my authentic self. That's my authentic identity, this multidimensional, very fluid concept of myself. That's how we need to look at ourselves, and then realize that how we're showing up, that can be easily discarded, and it should be easily discarded when need be, given under the direction of your spiritual higher self that has more access, more information to things. The human self is just a slither of what we actually are. And realizing that will help us to eliminate our egos and rebuild a new ego and pull from this pool of this expanded being as need be. Okay, so in this moment, I need to be cooking. Let me pull from this place that likes to cook, right? I'm giving very simple examples. I work for a nonprofit. Okay, so let me pull from this altruistic side of me because that's what I need to be here in this moment. You can be different things from day to day, but for the most part, we like to just say, oh, I work for a nonprofit, so I'm just a generous, altruistic person. It doesn't mean that you don't have the gray area or the darker areas over here. It's just that a matter of, this is how I identify. Once we get over the illusion of this slither of our humanness, we can, one, give ourselves more grace to be more than we are. Give ourselves more grace when we show up in ways that are less than how we want to show up. Okay, we can also give grace to others and not be surprised when people show up differently. It's like when you have let's say someone who's a pastor at a church, right? And they show up on that pulpit, oh, holier than thou, right? But you might see them in the strip club later on, and you're just like, hold on, Mr. Pastor, right? They have the good, bad, and ugly in them, right? We all do. So it's a matter of just having that understanding. It will provide grace for others. More importantly, providing grace for yourself, not lying to yourself about who you are, blah, 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 and honoring that, okay? Honoring that. And I feel like that has been a message for me, honoring that, not being ashamed of all these other sides, so on and so forth. But ultimately, it's about being able to pull out the mask when I need to, pull out whatever mask I need to pull out, and not being attached to how I show up. Because ultimately, all of them, all the masks are fake because they're just a slither of my expanded self. If I'm in front of my parents, I'm showing up as one person. If I'm showing up in front of my friends, it's another person. If I'm showing up in front of my lover, it's another person, right? That's pretty much the message there. It's just honoring your multidimensionality, honoring that, but ultimately knowing that however you show up, it is a false identity because what we are is fluid as fuck. So keep it open. All right, well, that's it. I don't know who this is supposed to hit for. Hopefully it hit for somebody. If it don't, whatever. It hit for me, motherfucker. All right, well, y'all have a good day. Have a great weekend. And I'll see y'all soon. Peace.